so now we are at the point that, and this is just a dry testing and not glue it down yet. Yeah, it really gets getting heavier, and I already have this nice 4 thick pages. So yeah, now it's really time to see what I want on the back of these pages. So that is the next thing what we're going to do. So I'm going to make them as flat as possible. That is what I said in the beginning when we're creating this. I'm just going to make them, the back of each of this one, as flat as possible. Just simple pockets, a belly band or anything. So yeah, stay tuned for the next part. Okay. Hello, welcome back. Today we're going to do the background of the first pocket, and so let's turn this over and let's begin on this page. And what we are going to do about this page is, well, you know I like pockets, so I'm going to make 3 pockets out of this. So let's grab a white piece of paper. And I'm going to apply a fold line on the long side. Let's fold this over, burnish it down, and let's make that measurement on how wide, and I'm just going to be just a slightly smaller than the tunnel. So we are going to make another fold line on that mark. So keeping this straight, see where your mark is, and then make your fold line. And let's cut this a little shorter, otherwise your hinge is way too wide and we don't want that. Okay, so that is the first step. Now what shall we do? I think wait just a second, let's grab a ruler. I have 3 rulers in here. And I always want the bottom one. Let's see how this will look with 3 pockets, or shall we yeah, I'm going to divide this in 3 ones, so I'm going to make these at 10 and 20. So I'm trying to split. I want to make some place here. Wait just a second. I have too much in the way. So I'm going to cut these 2 measurements. Doesn't have to be perfect, guys. Really it isn't. It's just a guideline. So I cut these. And now I can see if I cut them equal, and they are almost exactly the same. And if they aren't, you can do that, because you know I am terrible at measuring. So yeah, this is just a way of, now I can still make them all 3 exactly the same. I don't think it's necessary, but hey, to give it a good look for you guys, I did this for you. Okay, so now I have 3 exactly the same ones, and yeah, let's see. I think these looks nice on top of each other. like this. So yeah, so we have, let's say, a little opening on here. Well, I really want to do that. So let's say I want one hinge to be open. That means that the first one will go right here, and then the bottom one goes right there. And then of course I need to see, I need to see where the second one needs to go. So I'm just going to eyeball it. I think I have to call that company that makes my roof a few years ago, because it's really windy today again, and a few weeks ago the top of my roof, you have that special I call the, well, a special thing right on the roof, and when it's really windy, they come a little loose and they spin. So they are attaching with a screw thing, but it's, I believe they did a very good job, because it really blows something like this, and then when the wind turns, it flip up and turns. So that's, I believe, not the correct way of making a roof. But, and now it's really windy, so I hear the blah blah blah. Okay. Anyway, so let's see what's, that's 4.5 and that's 4. So that means that I need to lower this down. And yeah, you can. So now this is 4.2 and this is also. So yeah, that is just making my measurement right here. So that is how I know where the next one should go. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to add the first one. I'm just going to lay them on top of each other. So first start with the first one. And oh, wait just a second. Do we want a nice opening? Oh yeah, we do, I like that. So I'm just not going to glue it down yet, just leave it like this. It will dry in a second, and then I still can use it. Ooh, yeah, I want to make a nice incision. Of course I do. I like that. Now let's see. This is what I have left, but that's not fitting, so this is not usable. So let's choose another piece of paper. What shall we use? I think I want to use a nice decorative piece, something like this. Should be awesome. Oh, I have 2 decorative pieces and the rest are the plain ones. So what do you think? I think I want to use them. Oh, I love this one. Oh, this is perfect. Oh yes, so I'm going to use this one, and I want one together with it. So this is nice brown, and I think a pink one. Yeah, I think that does it. So we still have, yeah, perfect. Perfect. So these 2 I'm going to use. So first of all, we are going to cut one piece. And which one do we want? Which side? I want to keep this straight as possible and still usable for the other pieces. So let's move it to this side because I have this to the bottom. Or to the side. No, I want this on the bottom. So what shall we do? I'm going to cut this piece down right here, and then I'm going to check if this is also, yeah, that's the perfect size. So I'm going to cut 2 at once. So it needs to go right here. Alright, so this is the perfect size to cut it. And we still need that one. I think for the bottom piece I'm going to use this one. So I'm going to cut that little edge off, and we still can use it of course, because the background is designed perfect. So I think I'm going to use one, the first one, as an eye catcher. So yeah, let's cut this down and then make, where is it? Oh, here I hide them. So let's make a nice incision. Which one do we want? Well, no, now we are going to use the square. Yeah, it was a long time ago that I used the square one. So I'm just going to line this up. And then this is the middle. And then I need, yeah, this is the middle. This is the middle. I hope my rooftop will stay there. Okay, let's make a nice incision. Here we go. Really, the weather is really annoying me the last few weeks. It's so windy. Okay, let's cut these out. Oh yeah, I hear you. We need to get that white pocket too, girl. Oh yeah. I heard you screaming, Diane. Cut your pocket too. So sorry. Well, anyway, we can cut it again. Just following what you just cut earlier. I was totally occupied of the wind. And perhaps it's something that does have something to do with what happened to me a few years ago with that big stones coming out of the sky. So ever since I am not that fond of storms anymore. Okay, so this I like. While I was a child, I loved watching bad weather. So yeah, that really changed me. When you experienced something. Okay, Alright, so this is good, and yeah, how we can do the rest of it, because we don't have to need that much. Okay, let's see, what did we have? I made that mark from 1 inch, and I made again a mark, and then for the bottom this goes all the way down. Yep, that was correctly. Let me check if this one is correctly for, yeah. So now I can measure how deep my paper needs to go, and that I see that 6.5. So I'm going to cut 2 pieces that are 6.5 and this size. So that is what I'm going to do, and I can do that with this paper. So no need to be cutting more than 6.5 for the background of this, and then this is the top, and then yeah, let's use this as the back, or this one for the back. Now I want to use this brown one. So the brown one I also going to cut at 6.5. Oh yeah, and then just make the incisions also with these. And I think then I have lost my 4.2, so I'm just going to make another mark. Alright, so yeah, back in 1 second when I cut out also these incisions, and you know now how it goes. Okay, back in 1 sec. Stay with me, guys. You can do it. Really. If I can do it, you can do it too. Good luck. Okay, let's see. How far are we? So this belongs to this one. This belongs to this one. And then this is the bottom. Okay. Let's grab our page, turn it over, stay focused if this is the correct, not upside down. Okay. So, so we have that mark, and I'm going to apply the first one, which was my mark. Wait just a second, checking. I believe this was the top, so I am going to put this right here where the mark is, and the glue. Now you can decide if you want this go all the way down, or if you don't. Now I don't, so I'm just going to glue that pocket down too. Yeah. Okay, so apply this on that mark. Keep it all nice straight. So now we created the first pocket. And this does not go further than this. This is just the first pocket. Okay, let's grab the second one. And again, I don't want this to go further. So I am going to apply also the bottom. Okay, now we have that mark. So keep that mark in your side and just glue on top of it. last piece, do it again. Glue your flips. And glue the bottom. And then this goes at the bottom, of course. So we created 3 exact same depth of pockets. Okay, so now the meaning is that we are going to glue the first one, the bottom the bottom pocket, goes here with that nice decorative edge. I love it. It really gives a nice extra touch. Then this piece, well, first check. You can slide this over your hinges, so your hinges are nicely covered up. And then this fits perfect. It has meant to be. Alright, so glue this down. Again, over your hinges. Place this on its place right here. Here we go. Okay, now the last one. I always like trying things out when it's not glue filled with glue. Yep, perfect. Thank God. Okay, and that is actually it all. Really, I really love making pockets because it's always a nice way to add something like this in an album, because you want to add things in an album like photos or how you call brochures or tickets or anything what you want to save for a later stage to watch again. So yeah, that is always like, I like pockets. So now, yeah, the first pocket not goes anywhere like this, and then the second pocket not goes anywhere like this. Oh yeah, this is the first, the second, and the third. So they all exactly the same. Cool. Alright, so how about the decoration? Now we have this strip, and I always like to use first what I have. And let's make this a nice decorative edge all the way to the top. I just love that. I really love this color. And it's almost a shame that they did not make a little more of this beige paper, because I love it. Okay, so now I think it's really a matchable thing that I will put this pink on the rest of this piece. So how wide? Oh, 4 is enough. Let's cut this at the good side. And let's cut this at 4. That should be enough. Don't forget to smooth your edges. Don't rush your project. You can better do a week longer about it, and it will be perfect, than to do this kind of an album in one day, rushing everything, and then it's not neat. So we don't want that. We want to make a nice, neat album. You don't want to spend all that time rushing anything. Oh, I love it. It's so cool and so easy. Really, it's yeah. It's so easy. And I love it. It's so cool. I really love these. You don't need a die. No, you don't need a die. I love it. Love it. Okay, so yeah, let's make some tags for it. And well, yeah, we can use these things. Why not? Perhaps, yeah, I think I do. Ooh, cool. So let's grab some white paper and let's make some tags. Okay, let's see how wide I want these. I normally want them to be, of course, smaller than these, so perhaps 15. 15 should do it. And I don't want these to come higher than here. So 15 by 10, I think. I think that should be a great size. Let's cut it. Let's cut. Let's see if this is a nice. Oh yeah, that's a nice size. And in inches, I will tell you, for those who wants to know what size, but you can measure that of your own. Really, you can. In inches, that's 3 7 of an 8. 3 7 of an 8. Yeah, it is 3 7 of an 8 by 5 7 of an 8. So, but you can measure this on your own, really. No big deal. Don't think that this is the last one. Well, almost. So I'm not going to cut another piece. So yeah, this is perfect. And now you can, it does not need to, because we already have that decorative edge, and I think I'm just going to keep these straight, because if I am going to use this, then it really, oh yeah, we can. What shall we do? But then this is overlapping each other, and I don't want that. No, I'm just going to keep this for later, for other pockets. And I keep these cards like this. So I'm just going to be, what shall we do? Shall we decorative make this, or shall I wait for a later stage? I am going to wait for a later stage if I'm going to see how to decorate this, because that's really a nice thing to do with your leftover pieces. So that is for now. So what I have left still is this piece from that last activity page. I still have that. And then for these two sheets I have these two long ones, which I just cut out, and these two, which is the correct size of your page. Okay, so that is what we are going to use in a later stage. Okay, so up to the next one. Because of that page that is done already, I am just going to glue it down, because yeah, these tags I can pull them out and decorate them later. So there is nothing that's keeping me from putting this in this album. So why not? So first I'm going to dry test if it nicely fits on that. Well, let's put this open so I can see it better. And I see if I push, I still have a bit opening, and I love that. So for me it's perfect. So what I'm going to do is peel this tape off, the first layer, apply a little extra glue just for the extra strength. Then I'm going to apply again this over that edge, push it down because it fits nicely, so I can push it. I want a little edge, a little opening. Stay away from that fold line. And when I'm just going to turn it over, I can be gentle, peeling off that other tape like this. And I also want to add just a little glue, so I'm just keeping it open. Just want to add just a little extra glue. Here we go. Burnish it down. On the other side too. Burnish it down. That's that. Okay. So that is our first page. Cool. I love it. Yeah. Cool. Yep. Okay, let's go to the second one. The second beige flat page. Hello, welcome back. Let's go to the back of this page. So we turn this over and let's see what we have left. We have left this piece and a small piece of this one. So let's continuing going further. So first of all, I like to grab my design paper and I'm going to use it on this back page. So first of all, I'm going to cut it in the right angle. Let's see. So that is cut. So now I'm going to smooth it because we are going to first work with this piece of design paper. So this page can be moved away for just a sec. Let's put it right there. So the first thing I like to do, well, is I found a nice see-through envelope and I want to use it. So let's see how I am going to use it. So first of all, I'm going to check if it's all nice open, and it is. Yep, it is. So what I want to do is I'm going to glue it right here on the left side. So I want to make an opening right on top here. So how I'm going to do that? Well, I have a little cutting plate mat, and that fits right in here. If you don't have a small one, then use just the corner of your bigger one. That will do also, I think. But I'm going to put this right in here, and then I'm going to turn this over because I want this one. This is the front. So I'm going to add a little incision, and let's say I want this till here. Make sure that you're not going to cut all the way because we don't have that much. So yeah, that is what I'm going to cut because this is the end. So don't go all the way to the corner. That's otherwise you don't have a pocket. Otherwise your envelope is ruined. And I think this kind of material is something similar like pergamano. I only knew the Dutch word of it, but it's almost similar to that. So I'm just removing my cutting plate when I am done cutting. And now I'm folding this open. And now I'm going to remove this flap, of course. You don't want this. So let's cut this off. Okay, yeah, so now we have made a nice pocket. That's cool. Now let's see what I'm going to cover that up with. Which paper? This one. Yeah, I'm going to use this paper. And this is not correctly the good size, so that's a shame. So, but we have one here too. So I'm going to line this up because I really want to use this one, and I can't use any little strips for this one. We want to close the back pocket of this envelope, so that is what we are going to do. So I am cutting it in the right angle, and then this, I like the pink that is going to be at the front. So I'm going to smooch each side because this is a see-through, so it will show a little. So I'm going to smooch on both sides all the edges. Okay, so line your papers good so you can read. Now first I'm going to add some glue. It's really almost, yeah. Come, you little devil. Here it goes. So first of all, I'm going to add this piece, and now I'm going to add all the way around this paper as close as I can to the side, and then yeah, just a little, not all the way, a little here. Okay, that's good. Place it right here. So this way the envelope is closed on this side, and that is why I made that incision on this side. So now we have a top. Now be gentle if you're going to check if you're not gluing anything down, so be gentle with that. Okay, that's good. Okay, so yeah, I think we can add this right here, nicely in the middle, just how I like it. There we go. Fold around it. Burnish it down. Okay, that's that. Now I like to add something on here too. So what do you think about making two flaps, a nice photo frame? So let's see. Well, let's first start making a hinge on the smallest side of an A4. That is a good start to do. So you have 2-in-1 handling. So let's see, how wide do we want this? I don't want this all the way. 12, 14. Let's say, yeah, I'm just keeping away a small, make it 13. So I will leave a 1/2 inch over on the other side. So that means that I'm going to cut this at 13. And then I can split these two in half. Let's say, oh, this is a large 20. So I'm going to cut these at 10. And perhaps you can cut it at 3/7 of an 8. Yeah, that's almost a 10 too. So at least see that you are having enough space in between. That is a nice way to add these 2 pages. So yeah, I'm just going to wrap this around that page, and I'm just going to see. I think this is a good distance. And here too. Yep, I'm going to do that. So hold it, and then we can wrap it around. Yep, perfect. Here we go. Easy peasy. Alright, so now this is, yeah, that's almost it. Cool. Yeah. Next thing what I like to do is make a closure, and we can do that together. So stay tuned. Okay, so what I do is I will grab a nice green butterfly. Going to smooch the edges. And we still have leftovers chipboard. I know you do. So yeah, let's do exactly the same as we made our own other piece of chipboard. Swing tab. So yeah, let's cut this out nicely around the edges. And I know it's not that easy, but I'm just going to do my very best on camera. I know I'm not the perfect fussy cutter, because now I need to go back in here, but if you are doing it as slow as possible, then you can manage. Because around the corner that's a little difficult to cut, so I'm just going to cut in sections. That's for me a little handier to cut chipboard, especially when those curves of a butterfly. But we can do it. We can do it. And I'm staying with you. I'm not going anywhere. Just place your scissor where it can go, and then just go back with a nailed cut. Doesn't have to be just perfect. We're just doing the best we can. Okay, last piece. Alright, just a little cut here. Okay, that's that. Yeah, I'm satisfied. Yeah, just a little. That's better. Okay, so that is that. Remove the rest. Now what I like to do is, again, I'm going to smooch the edges. And also when I'm done, I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to smooch the edges on this side too. So that I'm sure that my chipboard is nicely smooched on the edges too. Okay, so let's make a little hole on the white upper wing. Let's grab a board. And now I need to cut design paper for the back, and for some reason I do not want the same papers so over and over again, so that is why I'm grabbing another piece of paper, and that's this one. That's perfect for the back, so I'm just going to line this up. I'm going to cut it. Okay, now again I'm going to line this up so we have a nice white edge, and let's cut the bottom piece right away too. But then another color, we can flip it over, so that's really easy. Cutting two at once. Okay, so I'm just going to smooch it, but I'm not going to add it just yet. So just if we are going to place it down, okay, keep it on its place. Oh, keep it. Okay, flip it over, and now just grab your little tool, and now see, you don't want to go over this, so you're just going to see if this is enough, and yeah, that does it. So that is where I want this. So I make a little mark, and then there I like to pinch a hole, and then I add my little butterfly, my little swing tab, my homemade swing tab. Yep, this project is completely homemade. Okay, so now I can add this page. To this page. How chickadee. Now the other one, I want the brown one, so I'm just going to flip it over, smooch the edges, and glue it down. Yep. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Loving it. So cool. Okay, so the inside I'm going to, yeah, what shall we do with that? Well, I keep it just for now. I think I want to make a nice photo frame, but for now I will leave it. So yeah, this is a nice closure. I want to decorate this. If you want to see me doing that, then stay tuned. Okay, welcome back. Let's see what we are going to do. I grabbed another beautiful lace ornament, and I did exactly the same as on the first page. I used my crystal lace, glue it down on this lace, and then I glued a butterfly in the middle. So it's a beautiful embellishment, homemade. Cool. So let's see what I'm going to do. This is a leftover strip, and I think I'm going to use it. No, I think I am definitely sure that I'm going to use it. So I'm just going to cut it down. I'm going to smudge it. Now, let's see what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to apply some tape. There we go. Let's clean this up right away. Okay, then let's peel it off. And now I am going to apply some rope. So I'm just going to start at the top and then I go to this end. It really gets sticky. So I'm trying to be diagonal. Yeah, that worked. Now I'm going to be this end. And now I'm going to be again making a little cross. At least that's the meaning. Okay. Yep. Cut it down. Okay. Good. Now I'm going to add extra glue because it's necessary, because we are having that rope already on it, so we need extra glue. Okay, so where do we want this? I think not in the middle, but I think right here. Now let's see if I can add this. With a little patience, this will add a nice sentiment to the front page, but that glue needs to dry good, so take your time with it. Perhaps we can move a little under that rope. Twine. Well, it's yeah. Is it twine? I really don't know. Burlap. Yeah. Let's give it a word. I know you guys told me 1,000 times, but I'm so terrible at remembering stuff. Okay. Yeah, that does it. Okay, it needs some extra, so I'm going to grab some ribbon and I'm going to apply a nice thin layer of this lace nicely on that edge. Pushing it down and then cutting it. Cool. Yep, and yeah, let's do that. The same thing on the bottom. Oop, stay straight, Diane. Keeping straight, and then opposite direction. Oh, this is cool. Yeah, like it. Okay, that is enough. Let's put this away. That's cool. I like it so much. Alright, so now we have this cross. And I'm just going to move my cross till here because I want this nicely on this side. Okay, so let's add some here we go. Pushing it down. Oh my gosh, I love it. This is cool. Let's check if it's not going to be stuck to the back page, and it isn't. Perfect. What do you think? Yeah, that is pretty cool. Nice. Love it. Yeah, we can add this already to the page. Shall we do that first before we go further? So keep in mind that you have in your page straight, then flip it over, grab your glue, and then add enough glue, of course. Go all the way around nicely to the edges. Take your time for putting your glue on, because you don't want to that this is going to get loose. You don't want that. Okay, so place this in the middle nicely, equalize. Okay, now I'm going to open this up. I'm going to use my bone folder to go all the way. Let that glue do the job. You don't want this to get loose. You don't want that. So take your time for it. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay. Let's close our closure. Now what I like to do, let's see, what else? Of course we need to cover that up. And this is the perfect size and the perfect color. Yeah, I like that. So I'm just going to cut, well, you can measure that perfectly with these little squares. So that is one, and let's see how far. Yep. Okay. So let's glue this down. Oh, it's nice to have a little edge. A little edge to finish it up. Sometimes I forget, but if I am not forgetting it, I am willing to smooch all my edges. I just love smooching my edges. Okay, let's place this nicely on its place. Look at that. Amazing. If it's supposed to be there. Loving it. And that's a perfect way to use your paper all the way, because you cut one piece of a 12 by 12 and then the other piece is too short. But using these strips, hey, be creative. Be creative in using all your scraps. Use it all. Especially these blocks are perfect. Look at this. Oh, I love it. It's so cool. Okay, I think I'm first going to make a tag on here. And I think it needs a little green. So if you want to see me doing that, then yeah, you know the drill. Stay tuned. Oh, I almost forgot turning my video on, my camera. So I chose to pick this sheet because I really like the green coming back in this page, because in this page there isn't much green, so I like to bring that color back in. So that is why I choose it. So yeah, I'm going to cut this down, and I can do that with my scissors. Because we have those squares as a guideline. So easy. Oh. Okay, so let's cut this out together. Let's join my fussy cutting. And I'm just going to cut all the way. And yeah, I cut out a full one, so we can make another tag later on if you want for this piece, because I'm not going to use a full one. So I'm just going to cut this out nicely on that mark, the pencil line, and then when I'm done I'm just going to fold it in half and cut it in two. Here we go. Okay, fold it in half best way you can. There we go. Just cut it in two. You can use a knife or a scissor or your cutting machine. Keep this, we can use it later on. Alright, so let's smooch the edges. And let's grab a piece of paper. Let's say, how wide is that opening? Well, I think 10.5 will do. So I'm going to cut it at 10.5, and in inches that is, well, a 4/1 of an 8. But you can measure that your own, of course, you can do that. So let's glue this on the white. So you don't have to cut out a white background. We're just going to add this right here. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut a nice white edge. Like I said, I am not a perfectionist in fussy cutting. Just doing the best I can. It does not have to be perfect, guys. Really, it doesn't. So, I'm just going to eyeball a nice white line. Just take your time with it, follow the lines, and cut a nice white line. If you don't trust yourself with doing this out of the hand, you can use the template to create that nice white line. Because I used the smallest one for the design paper, so you still can use the slightly bigger one template to do this. Now I don't like these little corners, so I'm just going to try to cut these a little in an angle. That's a better finishing touch. Alright, now we are going to measure how large it's going to be. So I'm going to put it upside down in the pocket, all the way down, and I don't want this to be higher than this pink design paper. So I'm staying 2 millimeters away, and then I'm going to cut it. And then I have the perfect size. So let's check. Let's check it. Check. Yep, that does it. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to, let's do this together. Let's do it together. Yeah, let's see what scraps that we do we have. We do have scraps. Let's use, yeah, we don't have any other color, so just use it. So I'm going to line this up with that little edge, and of course also here also a little corner. You can use a corner punch, but now I'm going to do that out of my hand. Ooh, spooky. Yep, fits perfectly. Sometimes out of your hand is easier to do. Okay, what else can we do right on here? Let's see. Oh, I really like this. What did it say? Let's make a nice frame all around it. Which color? Which color? A green one or a brown one? Let's see, what do we have? What do we have? For, I want to keep this. I don't want to cut this. Oh, this is also a leftover. So let's use that piece. I don't know yet. Well, oh, well, a brown piece can work. Okay, so I'm just going to eyeball it in the middle, and I'm just going to see how deep. So yeah, 1.5 will do. So I'm going to cut these at 1.5. Yep, 1.5. Let's see where that is. That's here. So yeah, let's use that measurement. Keep this straight right here. I really love my precision. It could be just a little bigger, but let's see. And we need one more. Okay, let's first glue, make this the right side, and I like to use 2 at once, so line this up. Don't forget to smooth your edges. Okay, that's number 1. I was just thinking which one I just cut, I believe, yeah. Yeah, you never know with me, I could have taken the wrong piece. Why not? Mistakes are to be happen, so for everybody, for me too. We all human, so we can make mistakes, are easy to be made. Okay, see, I need one more because this one is too short. Okay, one more, 1.5. Line this up. Where is my mark? Right there. There we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh my gosh, that's a little carnival song. I'm so sorry, but I am not a carnival fan. Alright, cool. This fits perfect. Yeah, okay. Always like to keep my little scraps. Let's see if this is nice fitting. Well, if I make a nice edge, then I have a nice white edge. So yeah, let's cut this a little shorter. And then we have the nice edge all the way around. Cool. So I'm just going to smooch my edges. And I think I'm going to add a nice dark edge. Just to give it just a little extra pop out. A nice dark edge. Alright, let's glue it down. There we go. And let's place it. Yes, I really like that white edge. Not bad at all. Yes! Alright, now let's make a nice decorative piece. Grab an eyelet. Gives a nice extra touch. Crocodile. Not a crocodile, but a crocodile. Wish they called it a crocodile, that's easier. And it needs just a little extra touch. And I think I will like to add this one. The clock. Yep. I like it. Okay. Let's grab the other leftovers. Put them back in my basket. Oh, and this leftover too. So let's say yeah, cool. That is cool. Yeah, now the only thing we need to do is decorate this piece. And I'm going to make a nice edge all the way around. So let's say which paper we're going to use. Yeah, I still have this piece, but I don't know if I get two of these, but yeah, I'm first going to use up this piece and see how far I get. Okay, back in 1 second, guys. Oh, I'm so excited. We are getting really far already. So stay tuned with me in a second for you guys. Alright, and then it's finished. So a really quick view on how it turns out. I love it. Really, it's really delicate. Nice colors, nice. So cool. Okay, so yeah, what we do is we should move on this swing tab. And in here we created that nice tag. On the back I left it plain. So you can put anything in here what you want. You even can put a nice picture in here. And yeah, really cool. Then this flips to the left, and here also a nice place for photo. Here also whatever you want to do with it. And then here I made 2 nice photo frames. And of course I did not glue the top wings down, so you can easily slice your photo in the back. So what do you think? I love it. It's really easy, really simple, nice and flat. And guys, I'm really in love with these little shiny crystals. Perfect. Alright, so what shall we do? We can glue it down in our album if we want. Shall we do that together? Why not? Let's do that together. Okay, let's move these 2 pages away. And this is going to be, let's first dry testing it. Let's dry test this. See how far it goes. And this page goes right here, and it's nicely. I even can't say that I want this a little further, and if you are feeling that too, then you just have to make these corners a little deeper. So let's dry test this again, and it should be, yeah, perfect. Now it goes a little deeper. Perfect. So remove your tape, add a little extra glue on that tape, not completely to the fold line. Let's place this in our tunnel. And then keep away just a little from that fold line. Not too far, but not too close. Okay. Give it a push. Perhaps it's easier to use your bone folder right here at this spot. So the glue is nicely attaching your papers. And then go to the other side and peel the other piece loose till it's flipping. Hello. Come out. Come out, come out, wherever you are. Here it is. Now I'm keeping it a little steady so I can add a little glue on here too. Just a little, not much. Okay, push this back. Why am I whispering? I don't know. Because I get excited. And you don't want that your page is going to be not correctly straight. So you really have to just be gentle with it. Take your time with it. So that is perhaps why I whisper it. Oh my gosh, I love it. Look at this. We already put 2 nice pictures in. Not pictures, pages. Cool. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Cool. Yeah, so okay. Next thing is do this page. And the back, of course. So stay tuned.